What's up, YouTube? How you doing? We're back with another video, and as you can see in today's video, we are going to be predicting the NBA playoffs. The regular season is over, and that means it's the best time of the year, playoff basketball. There are many great teams in the league, but obviously only one will come out on top, and in this video, you're going to see who I think will win the championship. So we're going to start with the first round right here in the Western Conference. Obviously, the play-in is not finished yet. But with Paul George not playing tonight, I'm assuming the Pelicans are going to win. And if the Suns play the Pelicans in the first round, I think the Suns will definitely win. And I think they will win in 4 games, getting a clean sweep over the Pelicans. Next, we have the Jazz versus the Mavericks. Probably one of the best first round matchups in the entire playoffs this year. Personally, with Luka questionable to come back and how perfectly built this Jazz team is. I just made a video the other day explaining why I think they're one of the most underrated teams in this entire playoffs. I think the Jazz, while a lot of people might think this series might go to 7 or even 6, I think the Jazz will win in 5. Maybe the Mavericks could pull off a win, but I think this could also be a potential sweep. Next, we have the Nuggets versus the Warriors. If Jamal Murray was playing, this could go in the Nuggets' favor. But personally, I think the Warriors will pull out in about 6 games. I don't think it'll take anything more than that. I think the Jokic, with how dominant he is, will be able to pull off 2 wins against this Warriors team. But if the Warriors are fully healthy with Steph Curry, with Draymond Green, with everybody on the court, they're definitely going to beat Denver. Next, we have a very underrated matchup. Minnesota is very good team. They're heavily underrated, but still, they're not enough to take down Memphis. I have Memphis winning in 6. Next, we go over to the Eastern Conference. We have Miami will be playing either Atlanta or Cleveland. I think no matter who they play, they will win in 4. Miami's defense is way too overwhelming for either of these teams. Cleveland cannot play much, has not been good since Jared Allen has gotten hurt. If Jared Allen is not healthy for this playoff matchup, then the Cavs would have no chance. And personally, the Hawks, they're not nearly the team they were last year. So I think Miami sweeps either of them. Next, we have another fantastic first round matchup between the Raptors and the Sixers. The Sixers obviously have MVP candidate in Joel Embiid. They have the beard James Harden. They have Tyrese Maxey. They have Tobias Harris. They have many good players, and they are a championship caliber team. But Toronto is an underdog team going into the playoffs. They have 5 capable scorers coming in the starting lineup, all scoring, averaging over 15 points per game. They have one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the entire league. They have a unique team with all big men coming off the bench. And personally, I think Toronto wins this series in 7 games. Next, we have Milwaukee versus Chicago, the reigning champs versus a team that was at the beginning of the year started very hot and looked like contenders, but now with how slow they've been playing, I think Milwaukee sweeps them. I think this could go to maybe 5 or 6 games if Chicago had Lonzo Ball, but without Lonzo Ball, they're just not strong enough defensively to take on a team like Milwaukee. Next, we have Boston versus Brooklyn. Again, like we've seen throughout this whole playoffs, we have another fantastic first round matchup. Personally, I think Boston's the better team. If Robert Williams does play in this series, it won't be that long of a series. I think this could end in 5 or maybe 6 if Robert Williams does play. If Williams comes in at the second half, if Williams does not play this entire series, I could definitely see this going in Brooklyn's favor. I have Boston winning in 7, though. I think they're just a better built team for the playoffs. Now we're going to go back to the West for the second round. We have Phoenix versus Utah, a fantastic matchup. I explained in the last video why I think Utah has a strong chance against a team like Phoenix. I think this series definitely goes to 7 games, but I do think it goes in Phoenix's favor. They're the better overall team. We know that they're the best team in the entire NBA going into this playoffs. They have the best player in this series, Devin Booker, but I could definitely see this series going in Utah's favor just because of how strong Utah is offensively, and they could really get hot. Next, we have Warriors versus Memphis. I think this will be a good series, but it won't be too special. I think Golden State wins in 5 games. I think with how young Memphis is, they've proved to us all season that just because they're young, it doesn't matter, and that they can still win games and they can still play basketball at a high level. But at the end of the day, I still think experience in the playoffs matters. Uh, I don't think the Grizzlies have a guy they could go to score the ball besides Ja Morant when the time gets tough. Memphis doesn't have a great second option, so I think Golden State will find this series to be pretty easy. Next, we move over to the East. We have a great second round matchup between Miami and Toronto. Two very gritty teams, two defensively great teams. I think I'm expecting a big playoff series from Butler, although many people aren't. I'm expecting Butler to be fantastic in these playoffs. I'm expecting Bam Adebayo to be fantastic. I'm expecting Kyle Lowry to be fantastic. I'm expecting Tyler Hero to be fantastic. I really think this Heat team will be great. And I do think they will win this series in 6 games. I think Toronto could definitely pull off another upset in the second round. But I have to be realistic here. And I think Miami is the better overall team. Next, we have Milwaukee versus Boston. Just like the first round series with Boston. This can go either way. We're definitely assuming that if Boston makes the second round, they will have Robert Williams for the entire series. But still, I have to go with Milwaukee in 6 games because this could definitely go to Boston's favor. This could go to a 7-game series. This could go to Boston, and Boston could win this series. But Milwaukee, they are the reigning champs. Giannis is too unstoppable. They're a perfectly built team with Holiday and Middleton, two very great shot creators. With Brook Lopez coming back, Milwaukee's defense will be much stronger. I think Boston is a little young. They're a little inexperienced, and they don't have a lot of bench depth, which I think does matter in the playoffs. So I got to go with Milwaukee. Now we have the conference finals. I think Phoenix will beat Golden State in the conference finals. They're just a better team. I think Phoenix is way too big of a team for Golden State to handle. I think they possibly have the best player in the series, Devin Booker. The Suns, they're just the best team in the league. I think it's hard to take the Warriors over the Suns. Statistically, the Suns beat them in almost every statistical category as a team. The Suns are a better built team. The Suns are a better rebounding team. They're a better defensive team. So I got to go with the Suns. Next, we have a repeat of the first round series last year, Milwaukee and Miami, where last year Milwaukee swept Miami. However, this is a very different Miami team. I think there's a great chance that Miami pulls off the upset and goes to the finals. But I still have to go with Milwaukee. They're the reigning champions. They have Giannis. I don't think Bam Adebayo could stop Giannis. They're a fantastic defensive team. They have shot creators like Middleton and Holiday. They're just an unstoppable force, and I think Milwaukee pulls out on top. Next, we have a repeat of the finals last year. We have Milwaukee versus Phoenix. Last season, Milwaukee won in 6. I think this will be a great series. I think it will go to 7 games. I think you can literally toss up a coin to decide who wins this series here. But at the end of the day, I don't think the Suns have a player capable of stopping Giannis. I don't think the Suns are as good of a team as the Bucks are. I think the Bucks are just built perfectly. They fill every gap. They don't have any weaknesses on this team, and I think they match up well against the Suns. Compared to the Suns, don't match up well with the Bucks, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks winning in 7 games. That does it for my NBA playoff bracket. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you're here for our next video.